There will be many things here that that I'm going to mention. Your tutors at your tuition center, or Edufront, your English tutors would have gone through, but I've added a few bits of my tips and some of my tricks, okay? And I hope some of you can learn something from me tonight. So, as you know, for your oral examination, there are going to be two components, your reading, okay, the reading component and the graphic stimulus, right? So, let's do the reading first. How do I do this thing? It can't be that hard, right? Since you all been reading since you're very young. Okay, now there's still time between now and your PSLE. So if you're one of those who are very shy, if you are not very confident, you're not sure how well you're reading, you practice at home, okay? Read aloud any of the books that you're reading. It's okay, just use a page, 1 page or 2 pages, just read aloud, practice. Just like riding a bicycle, you need to practice. And reading aloud is one way that you can practice for your oral exam, okay? Not just books. If you have any newspaper articles, okay, go and read any of the newspaper articles that you like, and use the mirror, stand in front of the mirror. It helps you with your confidence a little bit, okay? And you know, during the exam, you will be given that little bit of time for you to prepare. Okay, what is it that you actually do during this preparation time? It's not very long. I think it's about 5 minutes or so. There will be a timekeeper who will make sure everybody is have a fair go. So you have about 5 minutes to prepare. When you are reading your passage, okay, it's important that you understand the passage, right? When you understand the passage, then you know what are the different moods or the different tone in the passage that you have to deliver, whether if there's a segment where you have to be serious, whether there's a segment that is quite funny, okay, or it's a bit lighthearted. So you have to read the whole passage, understand it, where is the serious bit, where is the not so serious bit, and you try your best. While you are preparing, also try to identify some of the more difficult words. There will be 1 or 2 difficult words that they will put it there to see how many children can read those words. Now, one of my tricks, if I find a word that I cannot read or I'm not sure how to read it, look at the spelling. Think about what are the other similar words that is spelled that way. If I can pronounce those, I may be able to pronounce this one, okay? Or you break up the words into the little letters, right? And try to do some phonics with it, okay? Tip number 2 is punctuations, okay? Punctuations are there for a reason, just like all the traffic signs. Think about punctuations as like traffic signs. They tell you when to slow down, they tell you when to go fast, when to be loud. So you may see a original sentence like this, okay? The father said, "Let's eat, boys." Now, you see there's a comma here. If you don't read the comma, it will sound like the father said, "Let's eat, boys." Huh? Let's eat, boys. Like this. Okay, so your punctuation is important. If you don't read the comma that was there, "Let's eat, boys," it's supposed to pause. Then people know that it's an instruction given by the father to the boys to eat something, okay? And if the father said it first time, "Let's eat, boys," and there's no response, his punctuation also will change. The way he said it, he's going to be angry, right? And he's going to say it a bit louder. So you have the exclamation mark. So when you read this sentence, it'll be, the father said, "Let's eat, boys." You see, every punctuation in the passage matters. It tells you where to stop, tells you where to read louder, tells you where to slow down. Okay, so pay attention. Yeah, no, some of you recognize that it's Charlie Beat My Finger. I love that video. The boys are so cute. Now, fluency. How are you going to try and make sure that you read the passage in a fluent manner? Okay, during preparation time, look at the passages, look at the passage, look at the sentence, break up the sentences into manageable phrases so that you can read it better. Okay, why? Because every phrase may require to read it differently. Okay. Okay, for example, like this one. Limpe flipped the usual boring pages of the newspaper mechanically until an advertisement for immediate hair gain caught his eyes. Okay, so it's a very long sentence. So what I did was I read this part like normal. Okay, Limpe flipped the usual boring passages of the newspaper mechanically until an advertisement for immediate hair gain caught his eyes. Okay, so the second bit, you can read it slightly differently. Okay, because it shows how excited Limpe was. Maybe his hair was balding, he needed some hair to grow, so the advertisement got him excited. So the way you read the sentence also, it gives you a better idea. Okay. VIP. Tip number 4, the VIP of reading. Okay, V is volume. It's a reading test. They can't hear what you read. How are you going to get your mark? Okay. I is intonation, whether the ups and downs of normal speech. When you speak, you don't really speak like in a flat line, right? One day I was going to the park was crowded. You're not a robot. Okay, we are people. When you read, be a bit excited lah. The excitement goes up and down. It's natural. It has to be there. Okay, pace, not too fast, not too slow. Okay, I've seen so many people who try to read. They think that reading fast is good. No. Okay, you're reading fast, you're like a bullet train. Nobody, you langgar or you hit all the, sorry, I used English. You hit all the punctuation marks, you ignore the comma, you ignore the full stop. Yeah. Hamza always read too fast. Slow down, okay? That's why when you prepare, read the passage, see where's the comma, where's the full stop. Those are the places you must pause, okay? Yeah, VIP, when you have good volume, when you have good intonation, when your pace is right, you are going to read it expressively, and when you deliver the text, it's appropriate. Okay. Tip number 4: pronunciation of words. Okay, this is a very typical problem with not just children but almost everybody else, Singaporeans, Asians. That we tend to be lazy. Okay, when we speak normally, we're lazy in reading the proper phonics. We're lazy at ending sounds. Okay, it's father, not father. Not father. I know who is father. Okay, my father. Okay, something, not something. I think I spelled wrongly. So, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not 5. Okay. Middle vowel sounds, whether is it long or short, it makes a big difference. You know, I went to the dock to look at a ship. Not a sheep. You go to the dock to look at a ship, a beautiful ship. Short I, short E, right? There's no sheep at the docks. Okay? These are the other examples. I'm sure there are many out there. All right? Yeah, like I mentioned just now, ending sounds, all your ending consonants. Okay? Some teachers actually look at the passage. I tell you a trick. I tell you one thing, a secret. Some teachers, they look at the script and then they go and find all the difficult words. They go and they go and identify first. All the words with the ending sounds children tend to miss, they will look for it first. So that when you read, then at the back of their head, right, they say, wrong. Oh, he read it wrongly. See, many ways to lose marks. Okay? Your plurals also, whether is it 1 or 2, look at the S. Words ending with TH also, it's a common problem. Watch out for these, okay? It's with, not with. Maths, no, it's math, okay? Fifth, TH. There are 2 types, TH, which is the soft one, like with, and the hard one, with, with. Father, mother, weather, okay? Math, no, don't take math, okay? Not for you, not for anybody. Okay. Tip number 5, drama, okay? There's always drama. Try to dramatize the passage, not the entire passage. That's why I say read the entire passage, right? There will be parts where they intentionally put the direct speeches there. Now, this direct speech is the part where you show that you can drama it a bit, and this is where you gain points. Or rather, this is where, if you read properly, you will not lose marks. Okay? Drama queen. You can try, if the direct speech is something you can do like a drama queen, go ahead lah. Okay, go ahead. Okay, but whatever it is, the direct speech, right? You make it sound believable. Put yourself in the position of the character. Okay. Why? Oh, okay. He is waiting. Okay, let me get to that. Okay, whatever that is in the direct speech, okay, make it sound believable. Imagine that you are the person. How is this person, or how is this character saying that that sentence or that statement? Okay, is the character furious? Is the character calm? Is he happy, or is he indifferent to the whole thing? Okay, that's the easiest. The next trick is to dramatize the words. Okay, it may not be in a direct speech, but some of these words, right, the way you read it will give the sentence a deeper meaning. Okay, like example, okay, the first one, he is or he was waiting at the bus stop for a long time. Okay, drag the word long to show that, wow, it was really a long time. Okay, then needless to say, he was shocked when he entered his ransacked room. Shocked, you know, the word itself sounds very shocking, you know. So the sentence need to show how shocked he was. So put it out there. Okay. Then Kara spoke softly to her sister. I am scared. Right. When I am scared, you can whisper it. Kara spoke softly to her sister. I am scared. It's fine. Okay. Or even the word softly, you can read it softly. Kara spoke softly to her sister. I am scared. Okay. Ransack, yeah. Ransack is when a robber comes to your home or your office and make everything in a mess because they're trying to look for something, and then they grab whatever that they want. Okay, that's a ransack. Practice. Okay, now this is the first time I'm doing this webinar. Okay, there's a chance here where I can actually give the mic to somebody, or rather I allow someone to speak. Anybody has microphone? Anybody want to volunteer to practice reading one of these sentences? Let's see whether it works. Mikael. Okay, let me try and find your name. Mikael, ready? Okay, Mikael, I'm going to turn your voice on. Okay. Okay, Ivana, you number 2, you hang on, okay? I'll do Mikael first. There should be an option for you to accept. So I have Mikael, Ivana, and Shreya. Hang on. I can hear someone. Hello, Mikael.
Hello.
Mikael or Irfan?
Mikael.
Okay, Mikael. So there are 5 sentences here. Why don't you try and practice one of these sentences? Can you try and read one of these?
The first one.
Anyone you want.
Okay, the first one. Diana was exhausted, spring cleaning the house.
Alright, well done. Did everybody hear how he read the word exhausted? Okay, that was the word that he had to emphasize, okay? Yeah, well done, Mikael. Okay. Oh, so interesting. Okay, Ivana, are you ready? Do you have a microphone or Ivana? Oh, the rest couldn't hear. Could the rest hear how Mikael read it or not? Okay, see, Hamza heard it. Okay, come, who wants to try next? With mic. Who has a microphone? Those of you who are using your iPad, your phone, you got no excuse, okay? The ones that are using the computer, maybe you don't have a mic. I don't have a mic, do not pick me, please. Okay, Ivana, let me try and find your name, okay? Hang on. Oh, I feel like a DJ at a radio station. Okay. Okay, sending a request. Ivana, can you try and accept? Still waiting. To the rest, thank you for your patience. It is much appreciated. One eternity later. Funny guy, this guy. Huh? Hello? Ivana? Hello, Miss Ivana, you're on air. Can you say something? I couldn't hear. Waalaikumsalam. Aro University. Ivana, where are you? Oh man, I think can't. Send another. Try again. Can't. It's ready on for you. Nobody else have. Okay. No one else has a mic. Dania, why do one? Dania, I'm gonna try and reconnect. Okay? I'm gonna try and find Dania's name. Are you the one in my science class on Sunday? Saturday? Man, where is Dania's name? Dania Natasha on the iPad. Oi, he disappeared. No, she didn't disappear. Yoo-hoo. Ivana, hang on. Let me try Dania first. After this, we'll try you again. Okay? Kaisara is outside. You're having dinner outside. Dania not accepting. Let me try again. Please click yes. No. Don't have. Oh well. Amy, Amy Emilia, do you have microphone? What a waste. Okay, maybe we should. Okay, Ivana wants to really try. One last chance to Miss Ivana. Let's see whether is it third time lucky. Please click yes. I've already sent a request. It's already on. Try everybody except me. This Ria, very funny, you know. Can you hear anything? I can't hear. The request should have been sent because now it shows here I can switch you off. You should have accepted it already. Hilma, you want to be singer also, is it? You just sang a song, what? Say something, I'm giving up on you. Yeah. No microphone. She has the heart, but she got no hardware. What a waste. Okay, never mind. You can get this from, I don't know whether you are able to download this, okay, or you can write. But what I'm trying to get you to do here is if practice a lot, okay? Practice and then find which word in the sentence you have to be a bit more expressive. I can do number 2. They could not eat the disgusting piece of bread. It's disgusting. So make the word disgusting, okay? Another hour, this place is boring, Jack. Joe lamented. Okay. I'm not going to do all. I'm not the one who needs practice. You do. Okay, let's move on to stimulus-based conversation. Okay. This fellow on the right says he can't do it. No, we've gone through this so many times. I'm going to show you again. You can do this. Okay. Before we go through the details of graphic stimulus conversation, or stimulus-based conversation, not graphic stimulus, that's comprehension. Okay. Intimidated means don't get scared. Don't be scared. To be afraid, to be scared is to be intimidated. A lot of children find oral exam very intimidating. It's very scary. Right? It is not. It is not scary. When I was in school, it was my favorite exam, right? Because I get to talk. I know Ivana likes it. Okay, during the oral examination, you gotta have this in mind. Okay, the examiners are just people who want to talk to you. They want to talk. They want to hear what you had, how well you can read. They want to have a nice chat with you. Okay, they don't know who you are, right? They know your number or your PSLE index number, right? Okay. Don't worry. Okay, they're not going to look for you outside after the exam. They're not going to be the one, hey, that's the girl, you know, that day during the oral exam, you know how she write, was so lousy. No, they're not going to do that. Okay. During the oral exam, on the oral exam day, they'll be sitting in the room with different students coming in and out for half a day. Okay, it's quite boring. Having to give, it's quite stressful also because they have to think how many marks to give it to you. So if you give them a good time, they will give you a good score. Just think it that way, okay? They want to give you a good score. Make sure at the end of your conversation, you leave them with a smile. They are smiling because they had a good time, a good conversation with you. You are also smiling because you know you've done well. Oral exam is one component where you can get close to full marks, okay? Don't waste it. It's a waste not to do this component well, okay? Okay, general things that you can remember is you need to be engaged. It's a conversation, okay? Eye contact is important. There are 2 examiners. When one examiner asks you a question, answer her or him, and then keep on switching. Talk to him, or talk to her, and then you talk to her, okay? Don't just speak to one person. If teacher A asks you a question and you keep on answering and looking at her and you totally ignore the other teacher, it's like a bit rude, okay? Speak audibly, no whispering or mumbling. Like I mentioned earlier, they cannot hear what you say, they cannot give you a score, right or not? Speak in complete sentences and standard English. Again, this is an oral exam to see how well you can communicate and conversate. No Singlish, okay? Unless you are referring to certain items, certain food, maybe you use the local term, okay? But no Singlish phrases. That's a sure way to lose marks, all right? Where's my slide? Okay. In your responses, okay, there are 1,001 ways to answer. What is it that they are looking for? They are looking for anecdotes. Anecdotes are your personal experiences, okay? These are your personal experiences to respond to the question that they ask, okay? That can be developed and extended and make sure the conversation is flowing, okay? Clarity of response, You have to be clear in what you say. So that's why using the correct grammar, using the suitable and effective vocabulary is helpful. Okay. Engagement in conversation. How do they know that you are engaged in the conversation with the examiners is when you show confidence. Showing confidence means you're able to answer what is being asked. You can extend it. You can share your ideas with them or with them. Yeah, make up story, lie and liar. Okay, don't tell people I tell you this. Okay, but during oral exam, a little white lie is helpful. Okay, they're not going to find out. They're not going to, after the exam, call your teacher. Hey, Mr. So and so, this boy or girl said this. Did he or she really go to this place or not? They're not going to do that. Okay, but the only thing is, whatever that you say, make sure you can back it up. Okay, whatever lie or story you make up, make sure number one is believable. Okay, it's realistic. And you remember what you said so that you don't contradict yourself. Because if you said something, you make up a story, then along the line when the teacher asks you another question and you don't know how to answer or what happened there, you yourself get stumped, you just snook yourself. Okay? Can make up stories. That one I know, can make up stories. It's being able to make up some of these stories that make your conversation very interesting. Okay? Okay, here's my secret weapon. Okay? I tell all of my English students this before. Okay, you see these arrows? Okay, this is the key, right? There are students who think that they say a lot, they can get a high mark. Okay, but it's a conversation. Conversation happens between two people. Okay, one person asks, one person answer, and it has to go back and forth like tennis. You serve the ball this way, the ball has to return the other way. It cannot be a one-way direction. Okay, so I'm sure your teachers in school have taught you that when the examiner gives you a question, first you answer, give a response, correct? Whether is it a yes or no, you do it or not, and then your teachers tell you to explain why will you do it, why will you do it that way, why do you choose that, right? That's your reasoning and elaboration. Later on, you will find out that after all that you have said, okay, you can ask the teacher a question, get her to say something. Why? Because it shows the examiner that you are interested in holding a conversation. It goes back and forth, right? Honestly, I have done oral exam before. I asked the student a question, and then the student give her answer, and she extended and elaborated and extended, and the story carry on for another not 5 to 10 but 20 different sentences. After that, I got bored. Okay, and I didn't feel good giving her a good mark because it doesn't feel like a conversation. Okay, remember how it's a stimulus-based conversation, not a lecture. Okay, so now U.F.O of oral exams. What is this U.F.O? U is the responses that revolve around you. Okay, your personal experiences or your opinions. Okay, your responses is important because your own responses is them knowing you as a person. Okay, family and friends, after your initial response, you may use incidences or examples from this group of people. So this is the circle that is outside of your private life, right? Your family and then your friends, what happened to them, and then others is like any other example that you can find from the community, something that you've read in newspaper, magazine. It could be an incident that you heard over the radio, you saw it on the internet, so many viral videos now. Okay, so you can use some of those. Okay, then it shows that you know what's happening in the outside world. Sometimes you can refer to your school regulations, okay, or nationwide policy. Maybe like the government now want everybody to have a big family, right? So maybe you can use some of these examples in your responses. Okay, basic structure to responding to some of these question prompts. Okay, there are three basic ones that you must do. These three have to happen, otherwise your answer or your response, the examiners will say as insufficient. All right, it's not enough. The first one is you need to state your response. What is your immediate response to it? Would you go to the science center? Then your yes or your no is your statement. Okay, your immediate response to the statement, and then you need to give an example. Okay, to support your initial answer, and then you need to elaborate. Now this elaboration is either you giving the reason for doing so, you give your feelings. Maybe you can say something about how would you feel or how you felt during the incident. Okay, the elaboration also can include consequences, what actually happened when, right, and also your opinion. Okay, 3 letters are very easy to remember: state, example, elaborate. You can do this minimum 3, you confirm minimum passing mark. Anything less than these 3, your score not so good. Okay. Okay, for those who have attended the English tuition classes at the center, you may recognize this particular graphic stimulus. Okay. Yeah, I may would have seen it. Yeah, it was in the Saturday class. Okay. When the consequences zikran, is it? If the consequences are true or cruel, if it's something for you to respond, something for you to say, to show how much you know, just say it. Okay. Can? All right. So now, when during preparation time, right, after you've read the passage, when you look at the graphic stimulus, you look at the picture, or it could be a brochure, it could be a letter, it could be a poster, whatever. Okay, think about what is the overall theme. Okay, you look out for what are the possible questions that they can ask from this. So this is a brochure or a pamphlet for a family day at the zoo. So I'm sure you can foresee that they will ask about going out with the family, about whether you've been to the zoo or not, whether have you been on a holiday. All these are quite related. Okay, when you can think about all these things, your mind is tuned to activate words or examples. You may quickly think about some of these examples that you have gone through before. Okay, now that's very basic. Okay, now my trick is you need to look at the brochure, you need to look at the graphic stimulus and find out what is so special about this particular one. Okay, what's so special? Why did they choose this? Of all the different texts, of all the different pictures, whatever not, there must be a reason why they choose this one. Okay, later on you will see in my example, okay, example that we came up with in class on how to answer some of these questions, and I've broken down why do I mention these parts. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So what if the first prompt is this? Now look at the picture. Would you be interested in going to the zoo during family week? Why or why not? Okay. Now, if you are a good student, right, and if you have been paying attention to what the teacher is asking, the question is actually asking for whether you are interested in going to the zoo during family week. Okay, they don't care if they want to. It's not a question whether have you been to the zoo or do you want to go to the zoo. No, it's not. Okay, to make sure you score well, you identify the main question. This is whether you'll be interested to go during family week. There, during family week. Okay, not anytime. If you answer something like, oh, I like to go to the zoo because I like to see animals, because I like to spend time with my family, or I like the giraffe so tall, or I like to see the tiger, that one rubbish. Okay, because that is any time. The question is during family week. Hamza, what's not good, Hamza? Yeah, okay, right. So here's an example of a positive response. Okay, I would definitely want to go to the zoo during family week, because although we have been to the zoo before, as we love to look at live animals, family week may have special events and activities. Remember how I tell you to look at the poster or the brochure and identify what's so special about it? Okay, let me go back. In this brochure, it shows that it's only for on the family day or the family week will there be some of these extra activities. Understand? Okay, so not any other day. It's just for this particular day or this particular week, you've got 10% discount for admission. You've got a chance to win a trip to Australia. Okay, so many activities or special events. Use those. Like when you are able to use this, it shows to the examiner that you have paid attention to the details of the picture. Okay. You see how this answer? I want to go to the zoo during family week. It refers directly to the brochure. Okay. And it may have special events and activities. This part here, it shows you that, it shows that you have looked at the details and you pay attention to the details, right? And then comes the reason, okay? Also, we can enjoy special discounts during this week and make us feel that we've got the biggest bang for our buck, right? You know how Singaporeans in general love a good deal and save some money. So this part here shows that you know about the people around you. We know everybody's habits, what people like and what people don't like, right? Thank you. Clap for me. Okay. So you got your feelings, okay? So that's the elaboration. Remember what I mentioned? State, example, or your reason, and then your explanation, right? Next one. It's okay to disagree. You may not want to go. Okay, that the previous two slides was a positive response, right? Now this one is a negative one. Okay, I would definitely not want to go to the zoo during family week despite the special events and promotion. Again, it is referring directly to family week. It mentions the special events and promotion. A buck is just a slang to refer to money. Okay, so where was I? Now here, right? You're referring straight to the graphic. Now this is your reason. This place will be too crowded and the visit may not be as pleasant and enjoyable for us to look at the live animals in their supposed natural habitat. Okay, this is your reason number one. Right? And reason number two, with the crowd, the animals may even be frightened and hide in their homes. So there may not be anything for us to see over there. So it supports your previous reason also. Okay? I think going there in huge groups and scaring the animals is a little like animal cruelty. I don't want to be part of it. Don't you think so too? Okay, so can you see what happened here? You got your reason number two, okay, about the crowd. There's this part here where you add a little bit of scary humor. Okay, this is the part where the examiner here, it sounds quite funny. This guy gave a good thought about the reason, and he tried to be funny this way. And the last bit here, I don't want to be part of it. Don't you think so too? Okay. Here, this is where the student just try to show that I'm also interested in your opinion. Okay, I'm interested in you. So what do you have to say about such a thing? So you've heard from me. I want to hear a little bit from you. Okay, you're not actually testing him or her, the examiner. What do you mean reality, Akila? Yeah, that's a bigger topic already. Okay, so many things to talk about animal cruelty, but here you're just trying to use a response that is related to this reason why you don't want to go. Okay, just to add a little bit of humor in your response and move on to the next part of the conversation. Okay, so prompt number 2. So the picture is about going out to the zoo during family week. So when you go out of your personal sphere, the next thing around you will be your family. Okay. So second question is an extension. How does your family usually spend time together? Tell me about it. Okay, look carefully or listen carefully to this question, right? What's the key word in this question? It's about your family, right? The examiner wants to know, what do you and your family do? Time spent together. Now, this time spent together is other times and not related to the picture. It's got nothing to do with the zoo. Okay. If you were to continue your response as I like to go to the zoo with my family. My family love to go to the zoo. Okay, but it doesn't show that you are able to extend or make or contribute new ideas that's related to the topic. Okay. Yep, need to understand the question. It's okay to pause or ask the teacher can you repeat the question so that you can answer it better. Okay. So now an example to this question: how does your family usually spend time together? Tell me about it. Most of the time, my parents and siblings are home. We will play some games on the Xbox. So here is your personal anecdote. Okay, your personal anecdote. I really enjoy watching my siblings make a fool of themselves when they dance like clowns because they could not follow the steps on the screen. So I'm sure by now you would have understood or realized, why will I say something like this? It supports what I would do with my family. It gives a personal view of what I've seen, what I've gone through, how I feel. Now I feel like my siblings are clowns, right? So it adds humor. Okay, it makes the examiner laugh or smile, because he or she have this student in front where he or she thinks that his siblings are funny when they play the games, right? Okay. However, my brother can be very good at it after a while, and I'm amazed at how groovy my mom can move sometimes. I think I know why she goes to her Zumba sessions every week. Okay. Again, more humor, make the examiner feel happy or smile. Okay. Amy, actually, it's better to include what games they are playing. But it's quite confusing, the dance steps. It's okay because I think. Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe you can give, but sometimes even if you give the title or the games, these adults, they may not have played it before. But off the top of their head, when you already mentioned about playing games on the Xbox or on the console, people are having fun. So that's quite related already. So it's okay. Okay. Prompt number 3. Okay, do you think it's important for family to engage in activities together, and why? See, now the O, others already. Okay, it's no longer just about you. It's no longer about your family or your friends, but it's about in general. Okay, the keywords in this question will be, what do you think? So now you have to give your opinion about families doing activities together. Okay. And as an opinion question, okay, do not worry about this thing. There is no right or wrong answer. Whatever answer you give, they cannot blame you for it being right or being wrong. It's how you express it. It's how you explain it. Okay. Of course, it's better to give an opinion that is closely related to how you feel, so that you can explain it better. You can explain it well, right? I think Mr. Young just entered the webinar. Hello, Mr. Young. Okay, so to the question, do you think it's important for family to engage in activities together? Okay, in my opinion, if family members do not know each other very well, misunderstandings may occur. Perhaps this is why we often hear cases of children running away from homes, teen suicides, broken families, and so on. Okay? All right, now why is this? Why do I put this here? Okay, now you start off with your opinion because the question did ask for what do you think. Okay, so you better give your opinion. Why they must why they have to spend time together. Okay, now this part here, okay, you have just shown that you have related to your answer to what is happening in the real world. Okay, so it shows that you're aware of what's happening around you, that you're not just go to school, spend time with your family, read your books, play your games, and you don't know what's going on. So this saying things like this, okay, shows that you are okay. Okay, so it shows that you are aware of what's happening out there. And you add on by saying something like this. Okay, speaking of which, because you've just remembered about families not spending time together, and then there are misunderstandings, and then there are problems within the family, all right, and then suddenly you think about somebody that you may or may not know. Okay, speaking of which, I feel sorry for one of my classmates. Seems like no one is helping him with his homework. His uniform is often dirty, even on a Monday. As that looks like exaggeration a bit, but it drives the point further. Okay, it shows that you know someone, you're using your personal experiences, right? You actually know somebody who is having the problem that you are talking about, okay, and how bad the problem can affect somebody. He said his mom is always working and he doesn't know who is his father. It's very hard to see him smile. Okay, these are real life situations. Okay, in real life situations, you may or may not know somebody, but you may or may not know somebody who is exactly like this. But it's a good example, okay, to show that you link it to your answer, okay. And it also shows that you have empathy. You know what people are going through. You feel for them. So these are all the bonus points. So all the bonus points you can squeeze from the examiner. Okay. All right. So as a list of useful response starters, you can write down, or you can copy this from the PowerPoint slides available next time. Right. You can use some of these starters to start your answer, any of your response. Like I would, because it's never a good idea to be a bit personal. When you say things like that, it sounds more convincing, it sounds more personal. Okay. Amy, why is Amy raising her hands? Okay. Oh, just nice, 54 minutes. Speak in British accent because. All right, I've reached the end of my sharing today. I hope you learned some things. Question and answers time. Anybody have any question, any worry about the oral exam that you're not sure? You want to ask me now? You can type it in the comments, in the chat box. Kaisara is okay because he's a cartoon. Why didn't you ask why he has no eyes or no ears and no hair? Thank you. No questions. Nope. Everybody is fine. Use whatever term that you are comfortable with or you know. Okay. If you know those terms, then it helps you a little bit because then it shows that your vocabulary is fantastic. But if you don't, it's okay. All right. Okay, so last but not least, okay, remember for your oral exam, be courteous, smile, make them smile with your responses, with the expressive way that you read. Most importantly, keep calm, have a good time. You have a good time, the examiners have a good time. Okay. That's all, folks. Thank you very much. I'll see some of you in class tomorrow. Bye bye.